Welcome back, Saber fans. Tony here from Sabers, and today another install review for you. If you're new to the channel, I do install, repair, and review these sabers, so please like, comment, and subscribe. I also have a website, RonSabers.com, where you can find my finished products and sound fonts. So, without further ado, let's get to the video. So here we have 89Sabers Graflex. This is their version of the Graflex used in the original trilogy, and you can configure it in any way you want. This configuration is Empire Strikes Back, because it has a second red button, the gold clamp card, and then the 6 grips with the cobalt D-ring. Now, this hilt was a bit hard to obtain. 89Sabers hasn't done another run of these hilts in a while, and at the time, Corbanth had just got out of stock with their Graflex Supremes, and so trying to find this exact hilt or hilt similar was very, very hard with the blade holder and whatnot. So what happened was we ended up searching a while, waiting on the commission, and then we ended up finding some available by TQ Sabers in the UK, and he had 5 available, so I snagged one of those. This will be installed with Proffie, running 6.7. This will have, ironically, a SoloSabers chassis I bought from him a while ago on his Etsy shop. This will be holding a 21700 lithium battery, so it'll have a lot of on time with the saber. It'll be very loud. This is a 28mm X series speaker from the custom saber shop. Of course, USB and SD card access there. You've got 2 buttons. You've got power here, which is that beer tab push down, and then aux, which is the red button here. You've got Shtok V3 connectors in there. And so, yeah, the customer here wanted a lot of fonts, specific coding on it and on each font. And so, I guess without further ado, let's show you off the fonts.
I know! All the scopes are dead. I can't see a thing.
Alright, so we got a 27-inch blade from the Saber Bay, and we've got our fonts. So starting off, we have ESB Graflex by Kyberphonic. He didn't ask for white swing on the original trilogy ESB fonts, so just a standard blade. You do have the unstable buildup and retraction, just like the original blade styles. So blasters, you have aux here, just tap to blast. Hold and clash either or button for lockup. For quotes, you want to hold the power button here for 2 seconds.
No, it's not true. That's impossible.
You can do several of those on there. For lightning block and color change, it might be a bit tricky, but for lightning block, you want to hold power, tap aux. For color changing, you want to do the opposite, so hold power, aux, tap power. You hear that color change sound. Just rotate to any color. To confirm, hit power. To hit to go back to the previous color, hit aux. Oh, I hit power instead. So you can do the same thing. So hit aux, tap power. To go back, hit aux. I keep hitting power. There you go. For tracks, you want to hold down the power button for 2 seconds while the saber's off. There's now a few tracks on there as well. This has Luke versus Vader. Yeah. Next up.
I'm never touching that thing again.
This is TFA Graflex by Kyberphonic. This has a TFA battle on there. Next up. This is the Chosen One by K Sith. This is the hero version. This does have gesture features, twist on and twist off. That clinging you hear is just the D-ring. Force effects. The track on here. Battle over Coruscant. Next up.
Darth Vader.
This is Chosen One by K Sith. This is the villain version. With this one, you can change directly to red using color change direct, which symbolizes Anakin's turn to the dark side. Of course, you can slaughter younglings.
Do what must be done, Lord Vader. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy.
As the Anakin's Dark Deeds as the track. Next up. This is Father V2. This is the Rogue One version.
There is no Death Star. The Senate has been informed that Jeddah was destroyed in a mining disaster.
This has the hallway scene on there. For multi-blast, you want to hold Aux for 2 seconds and let go. To get that multi-blast begin sound, you can just swing your saber. You have it, tap once more. It's a bad time to do that because the rebels are fighting. But yeah. Next up. This is the New Hope version of Father V2 by Kyberphonic. The customer asked for every version of Father V2 on here.
Where are those transmissions you intercepted? What have you done with those plans?
This is ESB version of Father V2.
The rebels are alerted to our presence. Admiral Oswald came out of light speed too close to the system. Well, Calrissian, did he survive?
This has the Luke versus Vader track on there. The previous one had the Imperial March on it. Next up. This is Father V2. This is the Return of the Jedi version.
I see you have constructed a new lightsaber. I see you have constructed a new lightsaber.
When is that shuttle going?
Next up.
I'm a Jedi, like my father before me.
This is Return V2. Has a bard scene on there. Very, very cool.
I know that you are powerful, Jabba, and that your anger with Solo must be equally powerful.
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force.
This is Count's Claw by Kyberphonic. I decided to have a little lens flare on there. Or, oh yeah, lens flare, pilot light. So if I adjust her, this will be a bluish color. I think the snap hiss fits very well with that pilot light. For at least the dark side.
You're about to experience true swordsmanship. You've not lived up to your potential.
Next up. This is Little Green Friend by Kyberphonic.
May the Force be with you. Here is the path to the dark side. The dark side I sense in you.
Next up.
At last we will have our revenge.
This is Menace by Kyberphonic.
Such weak flesh.
Next up. This is Crimson Leader by Kyberphonic. This is Maul's font, but during Crimson Dawn time around Rebels. Next up.
Hello, Master. It's been a while.
This is Commando Tano by Kyberphonic. This is Ahsoka's lightsabers font during Season 7. Also, no white swing on here. Next up.
Ahsoka Tano! Bo-Katan sent me.
This is The Sorcerer by Kyberphonic. This is Ahsoka's during The Mandalorian Season 2.
bounty hunter failed. Tell me what I want to know. If he reaches out through the Force, there's a chance a Jedi may sense his presence and come searching for him.
This one has the Mando Jedi track on there that I put on there. Next up. This is Unstable V2, I believe. This is Kyberphonic's version. Might be V1. Let's see here. That's the V2. This is Kylo's this is Kylo's theme on there. Next up. This is Royalty by Kyberphonic. A light blue with that blade. It says Leia as the track as well. It's very nice. Next up.
This is an N1 starfighter.
This is N1 mod by Kyberphonic. This is the N1 fighters seen in Mandalorian, or Book of Boba Fett, I should say. Nice kind of unstable blade there. A very long retraction. This has several tracks on there as well. This one's from Book of Boba Fett. Oh yeah. Next up.
Now this is pod racing.
So with this one, this is F1 Speeder by Kyberphonic. The customer here wanted it to be a different color than what I usually do. I usually do a purple kind of unstable effect. He asked for yellow. And so... symbolizing Anakin's speeder bike, or not speeder, pod racer. Tons of quotes on here as well.
Nice pod racer.
Some tracks on there as well. Of course, some of these tracks will have track players where you can rotate between them. The coded one, you can just do upwards. The track player is sideways or horizontal. So, yeah. Next up. This is Saboba by Jay DeLorean. He wanted purple for this one and the custom blade style that came with it. And so... very, very cool. It has a really cool color swing on this one. It's reddish. So yeah, very long post off. And so next up. This is The Emperor by Kyberphonic.
I am the Senate. Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
Next up.
Darth Sidious.
This is The Senate by K. Sith. This is his version of Emperor Palpatine's font during the Clone Wars. Very cool. Love that force effect. Next up, this is Fire by Kyberphonic. Now with this blade style, it is very cool because it's responsive to the angle of the blade, so as you tilt down, the fire wants to go back up, and then if you go back to the top, it'll go back. And then when you turn it off, it'll, go back to the sky or disapparate. So yeah, this has the Game of Thrones track on there. Next up. I forgot this font was on here. This is Electric Mouse by Kyberphonic. This is a Pikachu-inspired font. Nice electrical type of unstable blade.
Stick-a-bee.
And so it has some tracks on there as well. So yeah. Next up, this is the Smash Bro or Smash Sword by Kyberphonic. It's a Smash Bros inspired font. And so I did a kaleidoscope blade for this because there's so many characters and so many colors that are used in that thing. And so this has several tracks on there as well. And then also the font itself has different tracks for the hum. And so, yeah. Next up. This is Proton Pack by Kyberphonic, part of his Ghost pack. Very nice kind of blade style there as well. The energy will go up the blade or run up the blade. Greenish blasters. Force effects. And this has the Ray Parker Jr. Ghostbusters theme on there. But yeah, next up.
You want me to put the hammer down?
This is Thunder God by Kyberphonic. This is a Thor-inspired font. With this blade style, when you ignite the blade, the lightning strikes the hilt and then ignites the blade. And then once you're done with it, it'll go back to the sky. This is a Storm Blade. So it'll look like smoke, and then it'll flicker. And it sounds like Thor's hammer. This also has several tracks on there. Has a Avengers Infinity War track on there as well, called Forge. Next up.
Prepare a boarding party.
And last but not least, you have your passive battery monitor, which will fade from green to red, and of course, the party blade. So that includes the install for this 89Sabers Graflex. I hope the customer enjoys it. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.